Thoughts and Meditations, page 282. December 22nd, 1914. It is for the truth, O Lord, that I implore Thee. Once again, make active this mind which fell mute in order to surrender to Thee. Give it the knowledge of Thy will. It welcomed and allowed all possibilities to take form in it. Then, in order to stop the conflict of their contrary tendencies, it closed the door to these unwelcome visitors, saying, I don't need to live actively. I don't need to live actively to know what Thy will is, Lord, provided that I can transmit the ray of Thy eternal light without distorting it. So it was done, and the will became submissive, one-pointed, precise, and strong. But now Thou wouldst have the mind know, and Thou hast said to it, Awake and become aware of the truth. Then the mind has answered with joy, and now it turns to the resplendent sun of sovereign truth, calling it to itself in order to manifest it. Thou wouldst break down all barriers, one after another, that the being may take on the integral amplitude of all its possibilities of manifestation. Let all earthly desires come together in me, O Lord, so that Thou may consider them and Thy will be able to work precisely, clearly, definitively upon the smallest detail as upon the whole. Thus, the advent of the awaited time will be hastened. All the being exults in intense joy and unequaled plenitude. January 2nd, 1915. Every idea, however powerful and profound it may be, repeated too often, expressed too constantly, becomes stale, insipid, worthless. The highest concepts thus lose their freshness after a time, and the intelligence which delighted in transcendental speculations suddenly feels an imperious need to abandon all reasonings and all its philosophy and contemplate life with the marveling gaze of a child, so as no longer to remember anything of its past knowledge, were it even a sovereignly divine one. It is true to say that the divisions of time are purely arbitrary, that the date assigned to the renewal of the year varies according to the latitude, the climate, the customs, and that it is purely conventional. This is the mental attitude which smiles at the childishness of men and wants to let itself be guided by profounder truths. And then suddenly the mind itself feels its powerlessness to translate these truths precisely, and renouncing all wisdom of this kind, it lets the song of the aspiring heart arise, the heart for which every circumstance is an opportunity for a deeper, vaster, and more intense aspiration. The ear of the West renews itself. Why not profit by it to will with renewed ardor that this symbol should become a reality, and the deplorable things of the past give place to things which must exist in all glory? Always we believe that we can define thee, can shut thee up in our mental formulas, but however vast dost thou need to enjoy this light, so long as it radiates to all from thee. Always we believe that we can define thee, can shut thee up in our mental formulas, but however vast, complex, synthetic they may be, thou wilt remain always the inexpressible, even for him who knows and lives thee. For one can live thee, though one is unable to express thee, can be thy infinity and realize it, though unable to define or explain thee. Always thou will remain the eternal mystery, worthy of all our wonder, not only in thy unthinkable and even unknowable transcendence, but in thy universal manifestation in all that we integrally are. And always forms of thought are succeeded by new forms, ever purer, higher, and more comprehensive. But never will one of them be considered sufficient to give so much as an idea of what thou art. And each new fact will be a new problem, more marvelous and mysterious than all that preceded it. Yet, faced with its own ignorance and incapacity, the mental being remains luminous, smiling, and calm, even as though it possessed the supreme knowledge, that of its being, though innumerably, invariably, indefinitely, very simple, though.